Vamos, vamos, Enzo Fernandez. Vamos, Enzo Fernandez. Muchas gracias, amigo. Guys, I'm trying my best. I can't speak, Spanish, but it is what it is. I'm gonna play my own. I'm gonna play my own, little role and say, "Let's go, Enzo. Let's go, baby." We need you at Chelsea. We need you at the bridge. We need you to redefine our midfield. We need help. We need help. This is Chelsea, two-time Champions League, winners. Don't get it, twisted. We know who we are, and we know what we're all about. One of the kings of European, football. Things are a little bit, shaky for the time being, but it's not gonna be like this for like a while. And that's why, Enzo, we need you, bruh. Enzo Fernandez, we need you at the bridge. And Todd B is making a large push. He's making a very, very hard push. Of course, the release clause is roughly 120 million euros, which equates about 103 to 105 million pounds. And it appears that Chelsea is pushing hard to activate this clause. Now, as the saying goes, where there is smoke, then there's possibly fire. And what it is Benfica's president had to come out today and release a statement and say, listen, we want to hold on to our man Enzo through the end of this season, and that quote unquote Benfica did not. They basically had to walk back some statements that was given. That was given away by the I forgot his name, Luis Costa, I think, Luis Costa, the Portuguese number 10. I forgot, is that Rui Costa? Rui Costa, guys, Rui Costa, gave some, statements, to the effect that, listen, if this clause is activated, then it is what it is, then, he's going to go. And so the president, the Benfica president, had to come out and deny those, statements today and say that it wasn't given. Well, was it given, or wasn't the statement given? If you have to walk back those statements, then there's a fair chance that something is cooking behind the scenes. And that's something that's cooking based on not one or two, but multiple reports, is the fact that Chelsea has made strong inquiries about not just activating the clause, but paying a little bit more than the required release clause. Based on reports, the release clause is 120 million euros, and Chelsea is willing to pay up to 127 million euros. And guys, if you understand how these deals work, it doesn't matter how the Benfica president feels, how he feels, whether he wants to hold on to Enzo for the rest of this season doesn't really matter. It's not relevant. What is relevant is Todd Bowley going to activate that clause, number one? And then number two, does Enzo want to play for Chelsea? In other words, so if Bowley is able to activate the 120 million clause, then part two of the two-pronged test is, can Bowley and Chelsea and Enzo reach agreement on personal terms for Enzo to play for Chelsea, which means the amount of money, the weekly salary and bonuses and whatnot that it will take for Enzo to agree to sign on the dotted line to agree to play for Chelsea. If Enzo says, you know what, I want to play for Chelsea, whatever it is, 200K a week, whatever, and Boldy slaps 120 million on the table, that's it. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. How Benfica's president feels about it is not relevant, and that's what I'm saying here, guys. That's all I'm saying. So now, what does that mean for Chelsea, Enzo, Fernandez, and Benfica? Well, as of right now, notwithstanding that we have a whole bunch of rumors and reports and so on and so forth, as of right now, everybody just kind of have to, sit put, because what happens next is what's going to be key. For what happens or what doesn't happen next, it was going to let us know whether anything is going to happen in January, because this window is just a 30-day window, 31-day window. So if Boldy really wants Enzo, it's pretty straightforward. The first thing really for Boldy to do is to have his representatives to convince Enzo to want to play for Chelsea, to want to basically sign on the dotted line. Once they have the signal that Enzo Fernandez is willing to play for Chelsea, then it's really a done deal. Because at that point in time, you might as well go ahead and write out the 105 million check, whether it's lump sum money or whether it's broken up into 2 or 3 or 4 payment plans. So all that stuff can be worked out on the back end, because 120 is going to add up to be 120 at the end of the day. And so the question now is, why are we seemingly desperate to pay 120 million? What about Declan Rice? What about Kante? What about Jorginho? Well, what it is Jorginho, as great as he is, has his drawbacks. That's the reality. And I love Georgie. He's a professional. He gives you everything that he has every single time. But the reality is, in terms of playing this game in England, in the Premier League, in the physical Premier League that is physical and it is fast-paced, Georgie tends to come up short on the matchup side of things from time to time. And it's a drawback. It's a drawback. So for me, what I possibly see him happen is, given that Georgie's contract expires at the end of this season, he's possibly, if not likely, going to be going. Okay, that's number one. Then number two is Kante. What's going to happen with Kante? That for me, Kante is still 50-50. You all have seen my video where I pretty much said, listen, don't sell Kante. Okay, don't sell Kante. That is a video that I have released. But if you get Enzo, then in a way that does kind of make Kante expendable. But notwithstanding, even if you get Enzo and you still have a way of holding on to Kante as a rotational player, he's not going to play every game, then in that case you should hold on to Kante. And at that point, and in that kind of a situation, Chelsea should hopefully reach an agreement with Kante's camp on a reasonable salary that will reflect his reduced workload. Because the reality for Kante, whether he plays at Chelsea or whether he goes to Barcelona, is his workload is going to be reduced. So you might as well, if you're Kante, you might as well stay at Chelsea, and then we just have to reach an agreement on how much is a reasonable weekly salary given the fact that you're not going to be playing 40 or 50 games, you're likely going to play somewhere between 25 to no more than 30 games. And so hopefully cooler heads will prevail. All right. So again, I'm hoping that we can make this Enzo Fernandez deal happen. It's still a long way to go. It's still a long way to go. But hey guys, as I mentioned earlier, without smoke, there's no fire. Guys, how do you feel about this video? Like this video, share this video, comment below, and hit the bell button, and subscribe to my channel for daily Chelsea content. Take care. God bless you all. Peace.